Of the many pianos we've assessed over the years, we've so often found that there's been moth damage under the keys particularly, so I just want to feature that to show you what can happen. And I just happened, this is my home and as Blutner grand piano, which I'm very fond of, and on the wall just happened to have a clothes moth. So they lay eggs underneath the keys usually, and then you get extensive moth damage. They also can ruin the top of the piano, the felts on the top as well. We've been researching recently just ways of trapping moths and also preventing them coming in the first place and killing them. And this is a pheromone, I think that's the way you pronounce it, a piece of paper with pheromone hormone, which is apparently what attracts the male moths. They think it's female, and a lot of places have this installed apparently. So we're just trying to find out as much as we can. If you've got good ideas to help us. Now, that was I put that behind my piano in February, and you can just see what kind of a problem we have in our house. And I know that many households have the same problem. We were hoping to buy a piano recently and had one of these strips, and there were loads of moths on it again. So, and the piano was absolutely infested, so we couldn't really buy that piano. Well, we could have changed all the felts, obviously, but we decided that wasn't uneconomical in that particular case. That was installed in February. I installed this one a couple of weeks ago, and we've caught one moth on it already, so it's obviously an issue. This is spray that we've used. If you are familiar with what to use and you're more experienced than we are, then that would be wonderful to hear. I've used that spray on the felts underneath the keys on my piano, knowing that we have got an issue with moth in the house. If you're wondering if you've got an issue with moth in your piano, one first thing to look at is the felt behind the keys. Now, there's not much felt behind these keys, but if you can see gaps in it or little bits eaten out of it, then it might well be that you've got a moth problem. So you can either take this off and have a look underneath and see if that's eaten underneath as well. Ideally, if you take off the front rail here, you can undo the screws at the side here and pull these out and take this off. If you're confident to do that, then you'll see the felts under there, and that's what they destroy very, very often. So the moths lay their eggs and they hatch out into larvae, which then eat the felts, and they very often eat these felts too. You'll see that they've been nibbling. If you see kind of white flecks on these type of felts, then that's also an indication of moths. It's actually extremely common, even on modern pianos. We've found some modern pianos where we've had to replace all the felts underneath the keys, and so it's extremely common, and it's obviously something which we would prefer not to have to do. So if you can make sure that your piano's basically protected from moth in some way. If you have any experience of this, please do leave comments underneath this video, and we can all learn from that, because we're still learning, we're still researching, we're trying different products out. You can see there, as we inspected all the felt, there's no sign of moth in it, and obviously that's been replaced.